A crowd is cheering. Music is playing. Then suddenly everything stops. A woman steps forward and delivers a chilling message. There is a hitman in the crowd, and his target is Xenophobia. Panic. Confusion. Phones go up. People start recording. Within minutes, the story spreads like wildfire. A public figure already surrounded by controversy is now being framed as a man marked for assassination. But here's the twist no one saw coming. That same woman later appears in another video and calmly admits it was all fake. Scripted. Just content. Think about that for a second. A staged assassination claim in a country already dealing with real tensions, real violence, and real fear. Before we go deeper, like this video and subscribe to stay updated on stories that others won't break down like this. Because this is not just about one viral moment. This is about how easily truth can be manipulated, how quickly narratives can be weaponized, and how dangerous it becomes when real-world issues are turned into performance.
Ngizolikhuluma iqiniso unomfana olana ogqoke ijezi ele-black akazi ukuthi black and white noma black and navy blue nangisosithini kodwa ula uthe unesifiso sokudubuza ungizwe nangisosithini akayenze leyo nto siyibone ukuphi njengamanje akekho la kodwa ngiyathembisa ukuthi ngiyazi ukuthi unapha e-VIP ngoba ithikithi lakhona ulithengile nangisosithini angikasabi usegani nami
nje ngale mithi kodwa-ke lokhu akubikayo ukubika kahle wenzela kubika ngayo kubalulekile ukuthi akubike ngoba vele sekuyi-threat kodwa sisabi ngoba ingisho ngapha
sondela uthathe ubuso bakhe ngitshela ngathi mina ngizokhuluma iqiniso ngitshela ngathi ngizokhuluma iqiniso ngitshela sizokhuluma iqiniso.
Just moments after that shocking claim, the story took a completely unexpected turn. What you're about to hear changes everything. Watch this closely.
Endayo ngise stage nobhuti ungizwe yonke lento elaphayana kube nje icontent ngiyaxolisa kakhulu and ubhuti lo engibisola noma mhlawumbe engibeke icala akenzanga lutho akazi lutho futhi akenzanga lutho ngiyaxolisa kakhulu and ngizama ngakho okonke kusemandleni.
Confession. The admission that it was all just content. Pause. And now ask yourself, what changed between those two moments? This story matters right now because it touches on something deeper than controversy. It exposes how influence, attention, and public emotion can be engineered. And when the topic involved is xenophobia, a highly sensitive and explosive issue in South Africa, the stakes become even higher. Xenophobia is not an unknown name. He is a public figure, a podcaster, and a controversial voice in ongoing debates around foreign nationals in South Africa. Over time, he has built a reputation for strong, often divisive opinions. Supporters see him as someone speaking hard truths. Critics see him as fueling dangerous narratives. And that's where the tension begins. South Africa has experienced repeated waves of xenophobic violence over the years. Foreign nationals have been targeted, businesses destroyed, lives disrupted. So when someone with influence speaks strongly on these issues, every word carries weight. Now enter Pamela Masango. At the center of this incident, she is the woman who made the shocking claim at a Maskandi event held at Madadeni College Stadium in Newcastle, KwaZulu-Natal. In front of a live audience, she alleged that her boyfriend was a hitman sent to assassinate Xenophobia. The reaction was immediate. Shock, fear, sympathy. But here's where things get disturbing. The man she accused didn't stay silent. He denied everything, strongly. And instead of hiding, he took legal action, opening a case against her for damaging his reputation. That was the first crack in the story. Because if this was a real assassination plot, why would the alleged hitman publicly challenge it? Why risk more attention? Then came the second turning point, the confession video. In it, Masango admits the entire story was false. No hitman. No assassination. Just content created for attention. What happened next raised serious questions. Authorities stepped in. She was arrested. And now, the situation has moved beyond social media into the legal system. But here's the part few people are talking about. If this was fake, why create something so extreme? Why not a simple prank, a harmless stunt? Why a staged assassination? And more importantly, was she acting alone? Let's break down the timeline carefully. The event takes place in Newcastle, a public gathering filled with music and energy. Then suddenly, the claim is made. A hitman is present. The target is Xenophobia. The story spreads almost instantly. Videos circulate. Social media amplifies it. Within hours, people are reacting across the country. Then the accused man responds. He denies the claim and files a case. This introduces doubt. Then comes the confession video. Masango admits it was false. Another shift. Public opinion starts turning. Then law enforcement intervenes. She is arrested. The situation becomes a legal matter. But even with that timeline, key questions remain unanswered. Because this is where things become uncomfortable. Some observers believe this could have been an attempt to reshape public perception, to turn a controversial figure into a victim, to create a narrative where he is not the aggressor in public debates, but the one under threat. Now, there is no confirmed evidence proving that Xenophobia was involved in staging this. That must be stated clearly. But the context has made people question everything. And in cases like this, perception can be just as powerful as proof. So, let's ask the difficult questions. Why would someone risk arrest just to create content? Was it purely for attention, or was there a bigger strategy behind it? Why choose a moment in front of a crowd instead of posting something online? And why involve such a serious claim, something that could easily trigger panic or even violence? Because here's the reality. In a country where tensions around xenophobia already exist, introducing a fake assassination narrative doesn't just stay as a story. It has consequences. Socially, it increases fear. It deepens mistrust between communities. It makes people more reactive, more suspicious. Politically, it puts pressure on authorities. Every claim, real or fake, demands a response. Resources are used. Attention is diverted. Economically, instability, real or perceived, affects investment, tourism, and public confidence. And then there's the digital impact. When something like this goes viral, it becomes part of the information ecosystem. Even after it is proven false, the damage doesn't fully disappear. Some people will always believe the original claim. That's how misinformation works. But here's where things get even more complex. Public reaction has not been uniform. Some people are angry. They see this as reckless behavior that wasted time, created panic, and damaged reputations. Others are skeptical. They believe there may be more to the story than what has been revealed so far. And then there are those who remain supportive of Xenophobia, arguing that regardless of this incident, he continues to face real threats. Media coverage has also varied. Some outlets focus on the legal consequences for Masango. Others highlight the broader issue of misinformation and its role in fueling tensions. Officials, for now, are focused on the legal process. The case against Masango will likely go through the courts, where evidence will be examined and accountability determined. But what happens next? That's where uncertainty begins. Masango could face serious legal consequences if found guilty of making false claims. The court will decide that. There may also be further investigation to determine whether anyone else was involved. That remains to be seen. For Xenophobia, the situation is more complicated. Even without proven involvement, the association with the incident raises questions that may continue to follow him. and for the public. This is a moment to reflect, because this is not just about one person or one event. It's about how easily narratives can be created and believed. It's about how quickly emotions can be manipulated. And it's about how important it is to question what we see, especially when it spreads fast and feels designed to provoke a reaction. But here's the final thought you need to sit with. If that confession video never existed, if the truth had not come out, how many people would still believe that an assassination attempt was real? And how many actions, opinions, or even conflicts could have been triggered by that belief? Because in today's world, the line between reality and performance is no longer clear. And sometimes the most dangerous stories are the ones that were never real to begin with. What do you think about this case? Should making false claims like this lead to serious punishment? And do you believe the full truth has come out? Share your thoughts in the comments.